What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is David Hanlon, aka the Laptop Legend, and today I made $5,502.57 day trading stocks. It was an absolutely incredible day. I'm gonna be real. It was kind of slow at some point in the afternoon, but the morning we had a lot of good opportunities. Even though there were no A+ opportunities, there were a lot of probably B opportunities. And guys, if you take the gains over and over and over and over and have no big losses, it just adds up, man. It just adds up. It's incredible. So I'm super grateful for how well today went, and I'm looking forward to what tomorrow brings. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the stocks that I want to be doing. I'm not doing stocks. I'm trading stocks. I'm gonna be talking about the stocks I'm gonna be trading tomorrow to see if I can beat this day today. See if I can beat 5,500, because I found a new strategy that is absolutely killing it. I've been doing it a little bit, but I was really taking advantage of this strategy today. If you're in the Discord, you know what I'm talking about, because this was absolutely insane towards the end of the day. Made like 2,000 doing this with pretty much zero risk whatsoever. So absolutely incredible strategy. But we got some really good stocks that are moving, guys. TSMPD is on the move. We got that ticker change coming real soon. AABB, still lots of volatility. And I just want to talk about the charts for all those and talk about, what I did today to make this money and what I'm going to do tomorrow to hopefully make just as much, if not more money. So please smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications if you haven't already. And yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, so this is the chart for TSMPD, and if you guys have been complaining in the comments, there's been a couple of people who said they don't know what the ticker is that I'm talking about. Literally, it's right here. Right here. All you gotta do is look right here, and I typically say it out loud, and it's right here. So every time I type it in, it's as simple as that. So this is the ticker today that I made the most money on. I made 1,645 on this particular ticker, and what's crazy is I played this so horribly. So I missed this entire run up pretty much. I mean, I started chasing here, but it was up so much that I could only buy like 1,000 shares, which for me is pretty small size on this stock. And I ended up selling, here, made a little bit, maybe 50 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that. I forget exactly what it was. And then it reached this top, and it had an insane panic. It had an insane panic. This is the volatility that I absolutely love from TSMPD, guys. There's so much opportunity to profit if you're smart about it. And if you chase only with small size, and then you take bigger size when the opportunity is better. And this was absolutely incredible. I actually probably saved myself because I didn't see it until right about here. And it kept tanking, and I came in and I bought 10,000 at 3.6, and then it dropped a tiny bit more and then started rebouncing, and I bought another 10,000 at 3.6. So I had 20,000 shares from 3.6, and if you can't do the math, that is over a $70,000 position, which is kind of crazy. And I actually screwed myself over because I sold market into this candle because the bid moved up, and I thought I could sell market instantly and get out, but then ended up coming back down, and I ended up getting out 10,000 of my shares at 3.62, which really stinks because then it went on to have a really nice bounce, and I sold the rest into this bounce, and that's where I made the majority of the 1645 on this ticker. So imagine 10,000 shares from here, and you start to sell up here and sell the rest up here. I mean, 20 cents a share for 10,000 shares, that's $2,000. So that's a pretty good trade. If I had 20,000 shares that actually held all the way up here, that'd be a $4,000 trade. So lots and lots of volatility within TSMPD, and I really like that it's back, because this is, I think, my best ticker of all time. If you include TSMPD and TSMP, because obviously it's the same thing. And this is the ticker that I made the most on day trading, and it's a really good ticker. There's a lot of opportunities here. So look at this, guys. Bounced all the way down, came all the way back up, bounced perfectly off of VWAP. This is VWAP, and again, if you haven't seen my VWAP video, go look at that because it comes into play a lot in stocks like this. Bounced perfectly off of VWAP, came all the way back up, and then was in this channel a little bit. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better. And it kind of did this a couple more times. So I ended up buying here, pretty small size, and selling, up into this spike. So I bought, I think, 371, 372, somewhere in that area, and then sold at 375. Could be more patient, but it did some nice consolidation all day long. And I really like buying on VWAP dips when it's kind of trading in a channel. If you buy at the lower end of the dip, it's pretty low risk if you buy small size and cut when it goes against you. And then it popped back up towards the end of the day, and it looked pretty similar to how we finished on this day. A big spike into close. And if that is anything similar to what happened today, it spikes up into close, and then it goes on a pretty big rip pretty soon after open. So I could potentially see this stock ripping through that high of day today at $3.92, ripping through the psychological whole number resistance at $4, and then going on a pretty nice spike. And I tweeted this today. I kind of expect to do that today. Spike up through this, through 4, and then maybe hit like 340 or something. 440 or something like that. No, 430. That's what I get the 4 and the 3 mixed up. But that is what I expect out of this stock. I think we're going to get a lot more upward momentum, given the fact that we have all these catalysts coming up. And again, to remind you, the ticker change is coming real soon. We got the audited financials coming real soon. We got the app releasing real soon. So we got a lot of big things coming up for this company, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen because my goodness, man, there's a lot of opportunity in plays like this. I mean, $4,000 in 5 minutes I could have made there if I hadn't sold a little bit too early. But I mean, I got a great entry there, 3.6, 20,000 shares. So absolutely beautiful. I love this stock, and I'm excited to see what continues to happen with it. Let's see what else was moving today. AABB. ABB was still moving today, and this had a little bit of a choppy bounce. It did tank at open, but it was a little hard. I think I missed my execution there and didn't want to chase this one, and it ended up going all the way back up to 35. So, I mean, from 28 to 35. That's a nice bounce. That is a nice bounce. But you got to think, 28 to 35, 10,000 shares. If you're able to hold through all that, and you get that entire move, that's $700 right there. And you're risking a lot less than you are on a stock like TSMPD, where it's a lot easier to drop 1 cent. So just keep that in mind, guys. There's a lot of range on ABB, and it ended up consolidating pretty nicely the rest of the day, just in this kind of tight range here, hugging right above VWAP. So it could be forming a base, and it could bounce, but right now we're kind of mid-range. So I really have no idea in terms of like a swing trade what I expect this stock to do. Let me go, this is probably a little bit better, and then zoom in for you guys. A little bit more. So you can see, I mean, it had those 6 green days in a row, and then it got even higher, turned into a red day because it closed down lower. Now we're 2 red days into this, and it's kind of halfway between, halfway between those. The high was 60 cents, and it's now at 32 cents. The low was, I guess, 12 cents. So it's a little closer to the bottom than the top, actually, but we're kind of mid-range right now. So when it has 6, 7 green days in a row, I'm very confident it's going to pull back hard very soon. But when it's kind of in the middle here, I really have no idea what it's going to do. I have no idea, and anyone who thinks they know, it's just kind of like a 50-50. So I could see easily another morning panic bounce off of this, or I could see this just rip right at open, or it could do nothing all day long. So I'm just going to respond to the price action that I see, because there will be some opportunities on this. I'm almost positive. Even if it just consolidates, there's still those whole cent breakouts. That works really well on ABB, and I'm just looking to capitalize on that, guys. I'm looking to capitalize on that. So ABB, TSMPD, probably still the biggest watches for tomorrow. We had a couple tickers today that went really hard and then just faded off all day. So this is another example of why you don't want to be a bag holder. JZZI, this had pretty good executions, and this went from 2 cents to 16.6 cents. And I made, what did I make on this one? I made $862.98 on this ticker. So I made a good amount on this ticker, guys. And pretty much it's buying breakouts, and selling when I have profits, and locking them in and cutting when it goes against me, because this kind of felt like an MDMP type stock. One of those stocks that, runs all day long and doesn't break down. And it was looking really strong. Again, if I go, let's say, if I zoom into this area, forms a higher high, higher low, higher high, keeps making higher lows, breaks out past this high, continues on, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and, that is the same type of price action that MDMP did when it went all day long. So, I like to see that in the morning. But again, I don't assume that these stocks are going to keep running. So if I buy at high a day and it drops on me, I'm getting out right then. We had someone, I think, in the Discord who bought it, 13, and I'm not sure when they ended up cutting, hoping it would go back. But if you don't cut when it goes against you on a stock like this, you're going to screw yourself over, guys. So cut losses quickly. Get out of the trade when it goes against you. Because there's too many opportunities to be letting your money sit in something that's losing you money. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. ICBU also re-popped back up today. This was a nice one, middle of the day. I don't even know why. Just popped up, decided to pop up. And this has really good fills too. So I was trading this one a lot. This is one you want to keep on your watch list, because it's always moving. And if it starts to get momentum, you can see when the buying power is just overwhelming the sellers. And if you chase, and you take profits when you have them, and if you chase and then cut as soon as it goes against you, it's still pretty low risk. As long as you can read when the momentum kind of dies down. If it keeps pushing higher highs, it's probably good to chase. Now, if it's really struggling and it can't break down, it keeps making lower lows and lower highs, that's probably a good sign that like, the momentum on this thing is probably fading. Now, it actually closed really near those highs, so this could actually gap up tomorrow and continue to run. So this is another big watch for sure. For sure. I made 530 on this ticker, so a great ticker. BSPR. No, BPSR. I'm tripping. BPSR. This is one that just, spiked right at open and then just died. But if you hop in on these, again, I call these out in the Discord. If you hop in on these in time, there's definitely money to be made. I made 440 on this one. What else? PSWW. This one was running today. It's had some Twitter news out. Something about electric trucks, I think, or something like that. Something. I don't know. I don't really know what the news is. I don't really care. It's spiking. There's news. That's all I care about. So this thing was going crazy, and it's cool that we were able to capitalize on this. ABCE. This is another example of a stock that went insane and then just faded off all day long. And I tried dip buying a couple of these, and I might have made a little bit on some of these, but it was tough, man. This one was tough. This is just like a pump and a dump. So you got to be careful you don't turn into a bag holder, guys. I just like showing you these charts so you know that you have to stay disciplined, because any one of these trades, if you buy at the top, hoping to continue that momentum, and then you hold to the bottom, you lose 50% of your money. And you cannot afford that if you have a small account. I mean, I guess even if you have a big account, you're taking big positions, you can't really afford that. You can't afford to lose 50% on one trade. And the whole reason we play stocks like this, guys, is because we want stocks that have a ton of volatility. If you have a stock that goes up 1,000% in one day, there's so much room to profit off that. And that's how I grow my account 1, 2, 3% every single day, pretty much. That's how I do it. If you trade a stock like, I don't know, Microsoft, I mean, it's going to move 3% in a day. There's not much you can do there. But if you buy and hold, you're not really going to get screwed, because it's not going to fall 50% in 30 minutes or an hour. So we trade these stocks that are super dangerous because with more risk comes more reward, more potential reward. So keep that in mind, guys, and stay disciplined, please. I beg of you, please. I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees, Jessica. I can't do that Rick voice. I mean the Morty voice. I got to work on it. Let's see what else. MSTO. This is one that had breaking news. I called this out in the Discord as soon as it happened. I took tiny size. I got in. Bro, I got a crazy fill here. I think I got in. I think it was 116. I got 30,000 shares from 116. And I didn't realize it was literally a penny. I thought it was 11 cents. So 30,000 shares at 11 cents would have been a fine size for me. But at 1 cent, I should have taken 300,000 shares. Or at least 100,000 shares. And this thing, it spiked up really well. I could have sold it in there, but again, only 30,000 shares doesn't really do much for me. But this is just one of those midday spikers that announces news in the middle of the day. ALYI, guys, it's had so many good opportunities today. It actually was getting destroyed. I tweeted out, it's getting destroyed right now, but it's going to have a nice bounce at some point. And there were just so many fake outs, so much overhead pressure that honestly, I missed the meat of this move, guys. I made a little bit on the way down, but I think I took some paper cuts as well, because I mean, some of these, it was impossible to get out. You take big size here, you're getting screwed. You take 100,000 shares at 7.7, thinking it's going to bounce, and you end up losing a good amount there. So got to be careful. But it ended up bouncing really, really nicely. Guys. And this is just one that you got to keep on your watch list. They actually had news pretty much the exact same time as MSTO. They had their news right here. Was it right there? Yeah, they had their news right here. I called it out right as it happened, but it seemed like it was the same exact news that they've been doing. I feel like they put out a press release pretty much every single day, and typically it doesn't move the stock that much, so I didn't expect it to move that much. But I guess with how much the stock was down, it did push it up a little bit. So if I'd taken big size, I could have taken huge size from 7.6. I tried to get 100K at 7.5, didn't get filled, but I could have taken 500K from 7.6 probably, and I don't know, maybe 200K. But I could have gotten some big size and made some good money there, but I didn't expect it to run this much, so I didn't chase it. But that's another midday news play, guys. Those are always running, and there's a lot of opportunity on stocks like this. So I just want you to keep watching them. Just keep watching them, guys, because I don't know. I don't want to go on my soapbox here, but it just made me think today. Like $5,500 is insane. I mean, I literally used to make $8 an hour working way harder than this in an office doing data entry, like horribly boring, super hot office. $8 an hour. I would work all day long and make $80. I'm trying to do the math here. I got to do the math here real quick, guys. I'm sorry. I'm about to do the monster math. He did the math. Let's see, 5502 divided by 80. That is 68.77 days working 10-hour days at $8 an hour. That's over 2 months. Over 2 months I made because I know how to do this. And I'm not saying that to brag, guys. I'm saying that to inspire you because it still blows my mind. I mean, it's absolutely insane that we can make this much money sitting in our basements, in our underwear, or in whatever you guys want to be wearing. I mean, I'm not gonna judge you guys. Got some weird people in our Discord. I'm not gonna talk about that. You know who you are. But man, it's beautiful, and I'm grateful to be doing this. I'm grateful to be helping you guys out. We had a couple other stocks that had some news today that it was just weird. So GAXY, this had news right at open, or I guess right before open. So I tried buying it, and I lost a little bit there. I cut my losses. I lost $2.50 on this one. WSGF. This one actually had news midday, but it did nothing. Literally did nothing. It came out like right here. I ended up buying, and then I ended up cutting, and I ended up losing $27, $28 on that one. But you guys see how I keep my losses small? Like my winners are 500, 1,000. My losers are pretty much, 100, 200, maybe 50, 2. So you keep it small, keep your losers small, and one winner wipes out all your losers, and then the rest is just gains. What was my worst ticker today? PVDG. Yeah, I got screwed on this one. We saw a beautiful panic right at open. I mean, we saw hella red candles in a row. Like so many red candles. And I was thinking, all right, I mean, this is going to be a beautiful dip buy. It is. But then it was just like, it was like riding on a bumpy road. And eventually it was able to break out and have a beautiful bounce. Go way above where it opened. I mean, that's a nice bounce, bro. Especially for a stock this cheap. You could take easily 100,000 shares, 200,000 shares with this. I mean, 100,000 shares from down here is only what? $5,000? I mean, I could take 1 million shares. I could take 1 million shares of this stock. But I didn't because it was so choppy, and then I kind of lost it off my radar. So this also had good news, but I'm not sure how to trade this one, honestly. I'm sure there's some opportunities in here, so you guys got to keep that in mind. I guess I want to talk about the main stocks from today in the NASDAQ world, in case you guys are interested in that. Those were all the OTCs that I was trading, and then I'm watching for tomorrow. AITX, I guess I was also trading this one a little bit. I was flipping the spread on this one. So there can be some opportunity there. Just got to be careful because there's Fat Man, and he's going to sit on you if you turn into a bag holder. So be aware of that. He's going to sit on you and your bags. He's going to crush your Louis Vuitton. All right, let's see. DLPN. This was the play. No, I don't want to put it there. I want to put it here. DLPN. There you go. This was the play of the day. My goodness, it spiked in after hours a lot. So this spiked up a ton in pre-market because it had some NFT news, apparently. Again, any NFT stock is super hot right now. This stock could not break down all day long. It literally refused. It could not. It spiked up big in pre-market, found a bottom, spiked up higher, found a higher bottom, spiked up higher, found a higher bottom, spiked up higher, higher bottom, higher, higher, and it's still going, guys. So DLPN, this feels like the new TCAT. This feels like the new TCAT. TCAT hit $74 today. $74. If I go back, I don't even know what it was at, bro. What was it at? Where did this come from? It was at $1. Right here, what was it at? It was at $2.59 before it started to run. $2.59. That is absolutely insane. From $2 to 75. That is a crazy run. And I would not be surprised to see some continuation on DLPN. I'm not going to trade this stock. But if you want to trade this stock, use technical analysis, guys. Because every time it goes up, it comes back down. It's like trading in this channel. So if you buy towards the bottom of the channel and you're just risking off of the previous low, that's a good entry. I mean, that's a damn good entry. You got pretty low risk there. I mean, I guess overall it's still kind of big risk. But I mean, if you risk off the previous low, you buy at any of these. You can buy here, buy at $12. You're risking off of I guess $11, or you're risking off of this low here, $10. I personally don't like risking that much, and it was a little choppy for me. But I mean, there's a lot of range on this stock. Your risk is definitely better than your reward as long as you cut it. $13.50, you're risking the previous low here at $12.50 or at 12. So keep that in mind, guys. That's how you want to play these stocks. You don't want to chase these because they're super choppy. And every time that you chase into a spike, you get dumped on. And every time that short into a dump, they get spiked on pretty much. So Beautiful stock. If you're into this stuff, I think we had someone bang big on this in our Discord. Shout out to the new NASDAQ legend. I can't trade this. But BNTC, we had some opportunities on that as well. A lot of opportunities on there. YVR also had some news today, but this spiked it open and then just kind of died off. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a couple other ones that were moving. We had GNUS is the one that Gratani traded and shorted from like $5 and covered at like 150 because it got halted for like 2 hours. So kind of wild, guys. But there's a lot of stocks, guys. There's a lot of opportunities right now. I just want to see you guys succeed because, I mean, this is incredible. I mean, I have no other words for it. So I'm grateful for everyone who watched the end of the video. I wish you nothing but the best. Wish all the success on you. Hopefully I can help you get there. And yeah, I mean, let's continue with that infinite money glitch tomorrow. If you know, you know. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, let's grow better together.
Preguntar, bebé, dime por qué te mientes. No puedes esconder todo lo que tú